My old man pan mixer's been in this hedge for a couple of years now, and it's finally getting repaired now.
Previously on 24.
Only thing is quite a bit of water in there, so we know it's watertight anyway. Before I can fit the new gearbox, the outer race of old bearing is actually still in the pipe here, and there's a shoulder machined in it, so it can't actually, well, it'll be a job to hit it from the bottom, and you don't have anything to actually grip on anyway. So I'm going to pull it from the top. So I've got this piece of flat bar. I'll weld a threaded rod into this, then I'll lower it down and weld it onto the bearing race, and run a weld right round it, and while it's nice and hot then I'll pull it upwards. So tighten it right down, and as it came out there, as you see, it's still smoking hot, but what you do is you weld right round the bearing. That gets it nice and hot, so it breaks the rust, and as it cools it actually shrinks the bearing smaller, so helps get out. So I've got a new gearbox here. As you can see, there isn't a drip of oil in it. So most of the time these machinery gearboxes, the topper ones as well, they come without oil. As I was talking about with digger parts usually have oil in them, but I always check them anyway just in case they come like this really. So I've taken the drain out as well because I want to put some plumber tape on it. For the same reason as the digger parts, it'll make it a lot easier to get it out again in future. So I'll put the drain back in with tape on it, then I'll take this top fill one out and fill up with gear oil. It'll be a bit of a slow job, but to fill this up I'm going to use this old 2-stroke oil bottle. The reason is you see the nice neck here? So these are the ideal things for anything with gear oil, or even ATF for that matter. Also, I doubt it, but if one of you actually works for an oil company, could you maybe, you see the thread on the top here? Could you maybe make these bottles the same? As you see, it doesn't actually fit on it.
If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
So I'm going to try to fit this gearbox now. So I've put on a couple of bricks. I'll go either side of pallet box now, hopefully. I'll be able to lift it up and then bring it back and lower it over it. That's the plan anyway. I might have to end up with a trolley jack underneath it to jack it upwards after, but we'll see if it works first. So that's it back on. I will say the blocks underneath lowering it down was a bit sketchy. Thinking back, maybe I would have tipped this forward and pushed the gearbox in horizontally. I have all the bolts in and I've just done them up hand tight, but the reason for that is, see the shafts leaning forward? There's a bit of play in the holes for the bolts, so you better put the bearing in first and then tighten those 8 bolts up. Oh yeah, I cleaned up the pipe after with the die grinder and flap disc. The old one came out pretty easily, and the new one was slipping in pretty easily as well, so I put a bit of Loctite around it and push it back in. So it's hardened overnight now, and I'll basically pack up the gap here with grease and put the seal in. Thing is, this bearing had failed to start with, as you can see from the grooves on the side here. So there's no way to actually grease or oil this, so I probably voided the warranty of this bearing, but I carefully got the seals off the side, packed it with a bit more grease and put it back on, because they don't come with much grease in them because they're made to spin quite fast and get hot, etc. But this now will be quite slow speed, not much heat, so you'll be right for a bit extra grease in there. And I'll pack a bit more grease on top here, the high temp red stuff, because as this stuff ages, it sort of separates into more liquidy stuff. So I thought with time, if I'll go into a bit more liquidy, and it'll probably work itself into that bearing and lubricate it. So that's the plan anyway. So I got a new shaft now, which has a shear bolt on it, M8 8.8, like this should actually have. And it's also overrun, so it's pretty much all back together. A new bolt, a new washer made there. I just need to grind the old welds from pulling it off again. pretty much done really. Except for the foot like that on here, it had worn away the bottom of it, so I tried to slide it down to compensate for wear, like you can actually do on these. When I went to tighten up, it just split up the sides because it's worn thin really. So I tried to adjust one of the paddles, and when I went to tighten up, it split. And see there, it's gone really paper thin in the corners. So I'll build up a weld now. So I clamped it up and tried to tack weld it, but as you see, it's as thin as a rotten old car. So yeah, that's scrap. So I found a piece of box the same, and I cut that, well, obviously cut that off the bottom foot here. See back and front there. Right, but the problem I had now is, you can see how holy and porous that is. So literally, the first tack I put this to this, I ran out of gas. So yeah, it's a Saturday night, and yeah, I'm just going to leave it as that for now. So I'll probably post this video tomorrow, but thank you for watching, and that's it from me for now.